And we're back. So, you have made it back to the Dracard estate. It's been probably an hour and a half or so trip. Pretty soon after you get back, I don't know if you want to inform them of...
Yeah, I would be looking for the group to tell them about our dinner date.
Okay.
I think we're still in your room.
Oh yeah, we're still just having a
Yeah, you're probably still working on
bedroom powwow.
I got Velgrath the date, you guys.
What?
Velgrath the date, what?
Tonight, 8 p.m.
It's not totally inaccurate, though she's definitely sparing some details.
What is this date, Velgrath?
We will be meeting with a member of one of the suspected families, so it'd probably not be safe for you to come along,
So
but
you're sleeping with the enemy?
we just want to figure out what's going on.
I mean, it looks so good for Ulfgar.
You said you're trying to get in with the Vincents, or whatever their name is. Like, any way that we can get into any of the houses to get more information.
I didn't say
I feel as though time is of the essence because some disturbing things happened last night in my dreams. So I
don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it.
So I'm just supposed to take that at face value? You just say disturbing things happen, time is of the essence, and I'm supposed to just be like, ignore that.
I mean, he's giving us more information
You're
than
an
some
elf.
people.
How much do you usually dream?
Never.
Exactly. So when you do dream, would you...
You care to elaborate on what you dreamed?
Wait, you don't usually dream?
Elves don't sleep, so they don't dream.
I'm pretty sure I don't really know this.
No, we trance. We don't really sleep.
We trance.
Yeah, but I assumed there was some
Guys
sort
are
of like
missing out.
meditative.
There's not
I do
rat.
meditate as well.
Images
As a
of-
monk, I do meditate, but as an elf,
Cool.
I also go into reveries and don't really dream very often. And when I have something so vivid, such as
What's this something?
the destruction of the city and of some of us,
So don't you think it'd be
and
nice
some
to tell everybody
drow,
that?
and some Duergar, however you want to say it.
What exactly did you see? You just saw, was it coming just in sequence? Were you in a place? Was it
It
different
wasn't.
places?
It was the aftermath. I didn't actually see
So you
any
didn't see
battle.
what caused
I
it?
just saw lots of dead people and some red-colored mud.
You read a lot. What do you think of that?
The High Inquisitor seemed to think that people might be trying to spark a civil war, and if civil war...
You told the High Inquisitor about this dream?
No, this is yesterday. The High Inquisitor was telling us...
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, the High Inquisitor was suspecting that someone might be trying to cause a civil war in the city, and that would weaken the city's defenses. And in the dream, I saw Drow, I saw Duergar, so...
Were the dwarfs?
I feel we should do as much as we can to unite the city, as much as it may hurt Ulfgar, to potentially ally with people that may or may not have. I just want to figure out more information and make sure that the city doesn't devolve into chaos and make it an easy target. We've already fought some elves outside of here. You can sense elves. Are there any dark elves on the way? Because you said it was just like the 5 that we killed were just a small part of a greater total.
Yeah, it's true. I haven't done a check since last night, so yeah, I'll do a 1-minute concentration to sense any humans. Although I'm gonna try to exclude humans because I imagine there's a lot of those.
And yeah, you do pick up on the humans, but
I'm focusing my attention for dark elves. 5-mile radius.
You do pick up on what you assume is the same band of dark elves at the very edge of that radius.
And they've like continued on the same sort of directional.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, I know my intelligence. It's 9. I mean, the total is 9.
Okay. It seems like they're probably around the same place that they were before. It's hard to tell because you were in a different location before.
It's true. Yeah. But would I say that they're concerningly close to the city? Like within that 5 miles, are at the edge of the radius, or are they?
And they're at the very edge of the radius, which is what you pretty much picked up on before.
Are they higher up?
I
Okay,
guess technically, yes, they were higher than they were
I don't
before.
think they're involved in this.
But they're steadily moving further from the city. Or that's the part I can't tell.
You can't quite tell. They're at the edge of the radius. They seem to be higher up. Maybe at the same level where you killed the 5 that had kidnapped Trinity.
I'm fairly sure they're not involved.
But if they're possibly near the place where we killed their friends, I'm probably going to keep an eye on that, actually. But at the moment, I don't see any obvious signs that they're coming closer. Anyways, who wants to go be our envoy to the Stonefoot home? I
think Divenna should go.
You're good at talking to people. They open up to you.
Can I look like myself?
Yeah.
Cool. So I have
Wait,
to go.
maybe you should look like Ulfgar. See how they
Knock
react.
on the door.
Expecting somebody.
Not necessarily, but
Rapier drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
Who do you think it is? You're the voice of Roth.
Nobody's home. Come back later.
Unless the door is locked, the door opens.
I don't know if we would have locked it behind us, so.
I wouldn't have locked it.
I didn't lock it.
Okay, the door
We
opens.
were already in here.
Well, when we came in, like those two. But anyhow.
Ah, we're naked.
Are you all rested now?
A lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps in a better mood?
Dude, it depends entirely on what you did in the past few hours.
We continued our investigations.
And
I am further convinced that it was not the Stonefoot or Kinder families.
because
We have found little evidence of anything that would have motivated them to do this sort of thing.
so that's all you got to go off of, the fact that you didn't find evidence of a motive.
So far, yes,
Okay, well that's not enough to exonerate somebody.
I agree.
Did you ever figure out the point
So
of
we're in the
entry?
same point.
There was one other thing that I wanted to talk about. There was some substance that we found on all of the actual members of the Drakehart family. We were looking into what this is, and we believe that we have it figured out. We are aware of the events that have happened near our town concerning the various trade cities and small settlements and the strange rising of the dead that happened in the past few weeks, along with the muddied terrain. We compared some of the substance that we found on their bodies with this mud, I guess, near our city, and our researchers believe that they are the same.
Do they think that's what's stopping them from being able to come back?
That's the current hypothesis.
And is there any type of solution in the process?
We don't know yet.
Who do you have on this?
Some of the city's most notable minds.
Minds
Quite
or sorcerers?
minds. These are
Maybe you should get some people who
researchers.
know how to use magic.
Yes, they are wizards. They have quite a body of research behind them.
Is Heinrich on the team?
He is one of the people we've consulted. yes.
Hey, we know him.
And he's actually been slightly briefed about this whole situation.
He's actually been slightly helpful in the past.
Yeah.
The two primary people we have are Geralt Thundergorge
Oh, yeah.
and Heinrich.
Not in the same room, of course.
Yes, they do not work well together.
I love that I can't remember people's names, but I'll remember that.
What about the top family?
Vein sense?
Yes.
We still do not have any evidence linking them to this.
Well, you usually can't find evidence if you don't investigate.
What would you have us do? What's your plan?
Oh, my plan's probably a little bit different than yours. But I figure with all your authority and influence, you could do something much easier than I can. But the time for you to be able to do it and me doing it my way is running out.
Let me guess, you want to break into their estate and search for clues? What, incriminating documents?
I'll know it when I see it.
And what happens when you are caught?
I'll deal with it when I do. How about you do it your way? Which is much easier. Why don't you ask them for transparency? That's a word your kind of
We have, and
profession likes to use.
Up until now, all the evidence suggests that they have provided it.
Yeah, so you've gone through all their stuff. Because you said all you did was interviews. That's not
We
an
have-
investigation.
We have no reason.
Oh, let me interview you. Oh, did you do this? No, I did not. Oh, there you go. Evidence.
Starts casting a spell. Make a charisma saving throw.
He said he found creepy mud on people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
God.
Oh my god.
The show goes so much better
What
when
is
you
it, Justin?
Oh, it's a 1.
natural.
Okay.
What's your modifier?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
I'm a little curious. Is it going to go down?
That.
It's +1.
Oh, okay.
So, a gentleman's 2. Gentleman's 2. Are you in love with Ulfgar?
Oh, does this spell play into the fact?
What? So she casts Zone of Truth. They cast Zone of Truth.
So I can't lie. I'm guessing.
You do not have to speak the truth.
But
You
they
can be
won't.
silent, but you cannot willingly say anything false.
Yes.
It's good to know. Did you try to break into my office a few nights ago?
Yes.
Yes.
What's happening?
Why did you join this group initially?
To steal documents from them too.
What do the documents contain? I think you understand that we have fairly effective means of questioning. We asked our questions, they answered them.
I think there's someone else you want an apology to now. Have you managed to get in touch with the Kinders or Stonefoots yet?
So far, no.
Can't even get a messenger pigeon in there?
They do not want to talk right now.
Oh, man. Really don't like you, huh?
Can you cast this
Let
on
me say
yourself?
this. The Stonefoot family has been increasingly belligerent in their defense. The Kinder family, we think we may get through to them eventually.
Because, I mean, yeah. If you think they're innocent and they say they're innocent, then I don't understand why all this drama is happening. I think that you guys would be on the same page.
Because, as Trinity so effectively pointed out, none of this is proof of their innocence, and there is a wide amount of very public evidence that suggests they are guilty.
I just, you should probably work on your people skills, is all I'm saying. It's just me. Was there a clear point of entry to the attack the other night on the estate?
After we investigated the battlefield, it seems like the point of entry was simply the front gates. The army appeared as if out of thin air from the rest of the city. I think that what happened was they were lying in wait in some of the shadier underground areas that the Nettles tend to use. And they appeared very close to the Drakeheart estate, very suddenly. And somehow, I'm guessing with the use of some clerics of some sort, but that is something we're investigating as well. They managed to silence their initial attack so that most of the guard was not alerted, and after they killed the initial ones, they managed to break in and flood through.
They were using silence and darkness spells, by the way.
That is what we figured.
Just saying I can actually confirm this.
Thank
I
you.
dispelled some.
Do the Stonefoots and Kinder have clerics with the ability of doing that? The silence and the darkness?
Any cleric can cast these spells.
Did you conduct the interviews of the top family yourself? Or
My subordinates did, but they
And
also
you
have
trust all
this
of them?
power.
that doesn't mean they used
I
it?
trust them, yes.
How would you like to move forward, Inquisitor Roth?
You may have noticed, I don't know if any of you have gone out into the city recently, but their eyes do land on you and Velgrath. But there is some increased tension in the city, and the public is devolving a bit. What I would like to happen is for Ulfgar to come out and ask for peace and sanity while we figure out what happened.
I guess I could do that.
Thank you.
I imagine you'll have a very strong guard when that happens.
Yes.
Trinity's walking out.
To where?
Not happy.
When is Trinity ever happy?
When I steal things.
And the empty, destroyed estate. It's all that he has left.
Oh no, it's all mine.
It was Ulfgar all along.
So, over the next few hours, Roth probably pulls you aside and starts sort of planning what exactly you'll say, when you'll say it.
Planning, coaching you.
Basically preparing you to make a speech.
Whenever we're done sewing, I want to keep reading and possibly go back to the library to see if they have anything about Orcus or anything about how to prevent a soul from returning to a body.
Okay.
Was Roth still here?
Roth would have left with Ulfgar. You could have gone with them if you wanted, but...
Probably didn't.
Around what time is it?
Ulfgar probably leaves with Roth at around 2 p.m.
That's what I was thinking.
We still got time.
Lunchtime.
Okay.
Kithri's probably with Divenna reading.
Right. So let's do that
The
then.
book people!
You book nerds.
Investigation checks.
Not real good.
Ooh, she gets +3.
Total of 10.
22.
Nice.
Okay. So yes, you do come across spells, I think mostly low-level paladin and cleric spells, divine spells, that will prevent something from becoming undead.
Okay, but that's not the same thing.
You do find the faintest bits of research into preventing someone from returning to life fully, but that actually hasn't been, as far as you've seen, researched very heavily.
Okay.
At least not publicly.
We're pioneers of this research.
Well, there's a much bigger library that we should actually go to, but we're stuck on the estate right now.
Oh, you're doing this in the estate.
Yes.
Okay.
The next step was to go to the Inventum Arcanium.
All right. I assumed that you were going there.
Sure.
But if you were actually doing this on the estate, with a 22, sure. You actually find, let's make this a little more of a scene. While combing through some of the books, you see the seat where you sort of met Gerson, not for the first time, but the first time you actually spoke to him. And you remember how Amadine sort of threw the book and let you two have more of an intimate moment.
guys would never even talked if it weren't for me.
Just on a whim, you go ahead and you open up the book that he had and leaf through it. And you notice a note in it sort of drops out.
I'm gonna pick up and open that note.
Okay. In the note, it says, I can't tell you the exact wording because I haven't written it, but it says generally, actually it wouldn't be, it would be in code. It talks about meeting a some sort of tailor at the apothecary to pick up certain dyes.
All right. But it was hidden in a book. Was it hidden, or did it look like it was being used as a bookmark?
Hard to tell.
Do I see anything funny about it? Its ink or anything like that? Does anything immediately, like, kind of throw it off?
Make another investigation check.
10. Keep rolling 9s on these.
It's a 9 night, I told you.
It seems relatively fresh. Like, it's not something that he got weeks or months ago, and now he's just using it as a bookmark. The ink seems relatively fresh.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay.
And keep leafing through the book and looking for what I'm looking for.
All right.
Let me know when I've finished making lunch.
You're done.
Do I see a bell in the kitchen, like an old style dinner bell?
Hmm.
Come on.
It would be like a bell to call people to dinner.
Yeah, or a gong, or...
Dinner triangle.
There is a bell in the kitchen. You're not quite sure what it's used for.
If it looks big and loud, then I'm gonna ring it.
You ring it, it doesn't seem that loud. It seems loud enough to alert the people in the kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that won't do. Do I see Jeff or anybody else?
Sure, Jeff's there.
Jeff! Go find a really loud bell to ring. It's lunchtime.
Okay, do I have to find
Now,
a bell? Or...
fast! Quickly, run! Ring the bell! Ring the bell, Jeffrey, for the world to eat!
If it's okay with you, I'll just go and tell people that it's lunchtime.
No, it's not as fun. There's no bell?
I can go and try to find a bell if you want me
Or
to.
just, hey, clank your shield or something. I won't.
I don't have a shield on me right now.
You're letting me down, Jeff! Do your best. Just let everyone know that there's an amazing feast, and I want everyone to come and eat it.
Yeah, okay, I'll let them know.
Lunchtime!
Turns around, where's the feast? Did you make a feast?
Go! I've made many sandwiches, and by sandwiches, I literally just mean a slice of meat in between two slices of bread. Just like as fast as I could, just whipping them up and like throw them on big plates, and I take them out to the dining hall, and when I feel like pretty much the majority of the guards have kind of like milled in, I'm gonna go look for Big Brother's room.
Okay. Guards start coming in,
Were
settling
the promised
down,
mushrooms?
and Jeff sits down to the meal, and you do notice that he looks kind of disappointed.
I was too busy with my ruse, I forgot about the mushrooms. But I can't, Farrick's room. I'll make it up to Jeff.
All right.
Then again, he didn't have a shield, so
Or Bell.
Or Bell. We'll see. But yes, I'm looking for Farrick's room, and I'm gonna not Garrison. Garrison's a sweet
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I'm looking for Farrick's room.
Okay.
And I'm stealthing while I'm doing it.
Sure. Make a stealth check.
Yeah.
Is Monty going with you?
No, I left him in the kitchen, or not in the kitchen, in the dining hall, eating. 20 unnatural.
All right. You head over to Farrick's room. It doesn't appear to be guarded, and there don't seem to be guards around here.
Okay.
Open the door. It's unlocked.
All right. I'm going to rummage, but carefully. I feel like he's the type of guy to booby trap his stuff a little bit.
Okay.
So I will be on the lookout for booby traps as I do my investigation check around the room. Because originally we were all suspecting this guy, and now he's dead. And I'm just curious if I can find anything. Fuck, no, never. Four.
How long do you want to spend in the room?
I'm not in a rush. The lunch was my way of kind of getting rid of everyone for an hour. So I'm gonna give myself an hour to look.
An hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So you spend the first 15 minutes or so going over just the surface stuff that probably don't find anything especially informative. You get a better feel for the man's tastes and
No diary, dear diary. Ulfgar came home today and I'm really mad about it.
and there's a very small sort of bookshelf in there. Probably 2 shelves about that big. Probably carries maybe 20 books or so at most.
I would like to leaf through all the books and
Okay.
see if I can find something like that or.
So you go ahead and look through them. Most of them are on basically history of war, history of the city, some biographies of fairly famous dwarves that maybe he seemed to idolize or something. There are a couple art books in there that have some pretty tasteful nudes of various races, but then there's one section that focuses strongly on halflings. You leaf through all of them and you don't really find much.
Anything under the mattress?
Try to lift up the mattress, it's pretty heavy. Check under it.
Okay, rummage through drawers.
Go through drawers, make another investigation check at this point.
Thank you. 14.
Okay. You probably find about 30 or so gold of just loose change.
I will take that.
Yeah.
How cushion gold.
Some various hidden weapons, and nothing especially incriminating. I guess that perhaps you would have found in one of the desk drawers some old letters.
Ooh. I will take the letters and the weapons.
Okay.
I feel like I might be running out of time. Maybe not. I'll give myself an hour. Do I scan the room? We'll do one more. We'll stick with the 14. Do I see anything else that's worth looking through?
So that would have been another 15 minutes, so make another roll.
Okay. 7.
Okay. What is in this guy's room?
He has to have his bondage gear somewhere.
Could be in the armory.
I guess, yeah, there's probably some of his sex stuff in there.
Poor Kithri.